that, and just, if you had a good week this week, and you had a winning week, or you had, good. Or you had, good.
Welcome. Okay, welcome to another Asian session hosted by yours truly, Mac. It's a quick Asian session. I'll go ahead and try to see what moves played out for this week so far. It's only Tuesday. Um, so let's just wait for everyone on the Zoom chat to get in. Just give me a couple minutes, and it should be good by 7. Just 2 minutes. Okay, that's it. Matt, what's the deal? What's the fucking dealio?
Hey Mark, how are you doing?
Hey, what's up, brother? How's everything? Clean?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Chilling.
Nice one.
Better. Okay. Just getting the motors ready. All right, so welcome to another session hosted by yours truly, Mac from the FX family. I nation, but I hosted, baby. It's the motto, so let's keep it going. Try to keep it as fun and simple as possible. This is gonna be a 2-hour session. We're gonna try to break down trades that were taken during the week. Also trying to break down what's coming for pre-London and London Open. So main reason and main mission here is to pre-plan and not get banged, like my friend says. Shout out Monty. So let's go ahead and try to see what possible setups we might have for the rest of the week, going from a higher time frame chart down to a lower time frame to look for possible entries. And anyway, let's just go ahead and delete everything from here and do a nice new analysis. Even though I checked out my charts on GJ and gold, and they should be pretty good and decent for what's coming on next couple of days. So far we have a lot of targets here set up on gold, which is very usual as gold. Whenever we have a nasty breakout, that's when we have to set up the new targets, right? In case we have a nice correction on the way up or down. In this case, we had a pretty decent breakout to the downside, and now we're correcting that move. So targets were pretty much easy to set. Now that we have a lot of, some traffic to the left and some traffic to the downside as well, we have traffic to both sides. You want to go ahead and make sure that you can identify the possible breakout points coming on to the next day or so. Or we might just consolidate. Depends. Could also check any news that might be a catalyst for a breakout. So let me go ahead and go into investing.com. And since we only focus on GJ and gold, let's just filter this out and make it just for the US dollar and the pound, and the Great Britain pound. So let me go ahead and delete all of this and just check mark. Okay. And let's just drop the Japanese yen just in case. Whenever there is the Japanese news, we usually don't get that much volatility in. That's the Bank of Japan is a very strong bank. Hence why we use the yen as a safe haven, right? So let me just go ahead and refresh this and apply. Okay, so we have some news coming on today. Well, they already passed. See for tomorrow. This mortgage rates tomorrow. Yeah, it should be a nice day tomorrow. If we have a nice CPI on the dollar, we might have pretty much another drop on gold. Could be a catalyst for finally going below this area here, below the 1830s, down to down to 1787. Who knows?
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, what's up?
We can't see anything on your screen. It just keeps loading saying that.
On Zoom?
Yeah, on Zoom, yeah, it's just not showing anything on the screen. It just keeps loading.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, just want to let you know.
The screen's not working. It's just loading. Okay, let's just do desktop 2. See if it's working now.
Yeah, no, it's working.
All right, cool. All right, so let's get back to it. You guys are pretty much good on YouTube. All right, perfect. So looking at the daily on gold, this is a quick reminder for anyone that needs it. Session times volume. this is basically a downtrend we're in on gold. Major support zones at 1768. If we do get a break below that, then we're aiming down to 1687, maybe down to 1723 or 17 flat. It's a pretty nasty drop here. See how news come in tomorrow. We might have a nice catalyst to keep breaking lows on gold. If we do get a nice break below this area, delete this. This is 1793, 1800 flat. We might have another retest down to 1772. So a nice 30 pip down, $30 range, 300 pip range down below this area. After that, it's it's gonna go into a nice nice little run. I'd say if we go below 1770. Other than that, we do need a lot of fundamental data just for gold to just keep dropping. Gold is used in everywhere for as a precious metal for technology and whatnot. So always keep that in mind. It's a safe haven for investors. And now that Bitcoin is in the game too, people are thinking that the new safe haven that's gonna replace gold is gonna be Bitcoin. I don't think so. It's not gonna be like that. Just keep that shit out of your head. Bitcoin would not be the same as something physical like like gold. And gold is not just a pretty nice metal, right? It has a lot of uses. Alright, so give me 1 second here. So if you guys can see here on the daily higher time frame, we're currently trending bearish. I believe we explained this on the last session. Ted was here. He explained how usually when we have a nasty drop like this on the daily, we might have a nice pretty much a correction to the way up, which we are having right now. And now what we're waiting for on the daily is more rejection per se to this upside, and finally get a closing below this area here, 1829, to have a better confirmation for for sales. That's why I have a little alert set up here. You guys can see it. It's actually here. So as soon as price gets below that area, it's gonna trigger my my alert, and then I'll go full margin sales. Just kidding. And I have another one up here, but it actually got popped. Let's go on to the 4 hour, see what's going on. Basically, this is like the little tiny daily, right? You will see more ranges, and you will see basically more specific insight where price might break from. So going on here, let's just try to get at least a week in. So down from the last week of January up to today's date, see what's going on. Okay, perfect. Oops. All right. So this right here, it's a pretty much a clean range per se from here to here. All right. If you agree with me, perfect. If you don't, then we can go ahead and discuss it. From here to here, we have a nice little range as well, but it's more troubling because we have that area here. And from here to here, I'll call it a nice clean range. And then from here to here, another clean range. Cool? Awesome. Now on the upside, let's see what's going to happen if we keep continuing to break highs and go heading up. Let's say we have a bad CPI tomorrow and price decides to just stagger around here, and we got, let's say per se, we have a nice clean break above 1840. What are we gonna see next? See two possible targets. Let's do an arrow. So you have this here, that's 1850, and if you notice, we are going up in $5 increments. Another one here, which will be 1855. And finally this area here. Right, That would be like the ultimate target for the week, 1871, if we continue up and down. You can tell that on this area it's going to be a little troubly to just get out of, because we have a lot of consolidation going around here, a lot of rejection as well, and up above this area. I'm sorry. Up above this area, what do we have? Oof, nice clean candles to the left, and finally we have a possible target at the 1900s again. But then again, you know, it's very far-fetched and very far out, so let's just keep on let's stay on the 4 hour for now and try to identify possible ranges. Now, possible range here will be from this area here. Let me go ahead and just move this, since we moved from the 1 hour up to the 4 hour now. So from here to here, I know there's a lot of lines. I wish I could just take them off, but I kind of use them for the way I trade. Really not that much. What I could do is just draw horizontal lines, and I mean raise actually. That there is probably a range on the lower time frame. I'll just go ahead and keep it. Same as this zone here, which is a support. So possible range would be something like this on the 4 hour. Oops. Somewhere around here. If we do get a nice clean break above this area, then we have a target to follow here. And then again, we might just trend above this area and consolidate as well. If not, we have a major consolidation area from down below here, which is a strong support, up to 1862, which would be your new resistance due to that consolidation here. Okay, analyze GBP JPY. Yeah, give me 1 second, buddy. I'm taking my time here. Just doing gold first, because gold tends to move a lot better for Asian, and if we identify a nice little trade in, why not take it, right? Why not take it, right? But so far we just fucking ranging, man. So let's just go back onto GJ after this. So far so good. I think I have all my levels set up perfectly fine. Oof, if you see this, we actually tap down here right on the dot. We might just head down here just to get that wick fill at any point given if we break below 1835, and that's a nice man, stupid fucking ruler. This is a nice 40 pip range, you know, chilling. So something like this. Man, let me just do a call out. See, waiting for a break below 1834, 1835 for sales for possible wick fill on wick fill down to 1831. Cool. All right, awesome, right? So that's kind of like our target for today. If we do get a nice clean break below that area, if not, then we have a zone to the left that we have to you know, basically clear. So unless we have a nice swift move to the upside and clear this whole movement up, then yes. If not, I don't suggest anyone to get into a buy above this area, because there's a lot of consolidation to the left, and it will be a lot of stress, you know. So I'd rather look for sales down below that area. Then again, it's Asian, so the volume is not there. just take that in consideration. If you're looking for buys, you have a lot of consolidation to the left if you go above this area, and definitely don't want to be stuck in a range overnight. All right, let's go into GJ daily. See what's popping here. This is actually it's a trade that I took on during London. London moved pretty nice. I thought we were gonna break below 144 to get the nice correction from that rates fundamental move we had on Thursday or what? Yeah, forgot. Wednesday, I don't know. Yeah. Daily, see what's going on. Overall, we know that GJ is in a very bullish trend, so let's just keep that in consideration. What's happening right now? The daily is that we're still pumping up. We're rejecting this major. I wouldn't call it a major resistance area, but it's 144,800. So let's just say that we're rejecting from there. We still have these targets to hit right above what 144,800. We have 146 flat, and then after that we have 148 flat, which is this wick here. Perfect. And this is based on the 4 hours. Let me just go ahead and keep that. Going into the 4 hour, if we want to go ahead and target those wicks and bodies a lot better, what we're gonna do is just try to go ahead and zoom in and see the top here where we're heading to. This is already past that. So let's go, keep going to the left, to left, to left. Alright, it's the top of that wick here. Boom. This is current price where we're at right now. Above that area we have that double top, so boom. And here on this nice gladiator candle, the 4 hour, we have a small resistance here and another small resistance here. So, you know, little ranges, nothing too serious. Well, actually pretty nice ranges, 70, 60 pips. Let's just keep on moving to the left and see what's going on. So let's just zoom in. And let me go ahead and try to make this a little clearer. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark up these zones a lot better. This is our current resistance on the 4 hour, which is 144,800. Current support is at 144 flat. Prior to that, we have a nice strong support at 143,500. This is coming from way too far. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna take this off. This is pretty much old. We don't need that anymore. In case we decide to, you know, GJ decides to head back down here, possible next target would be down to this area here, you know, just to be safe. What I'm gonna do is just gonna make this into a horizontal line. Remember, guys, to have a clean chart is to have a lot of discipline and basically it kind of gives it away that you're dedicated to this, right? I'm not saying you have to be OCD about it, but you know, having a messy chart, it's like saying that you're dirty guy, dirty fuck. So anyway, let's just go ahead and keep on drawing these beautiful lines. Just boom. And let's just make it into a rate so we don't have a lot of shit to the left. dirty. All right, something like that, right? That's clean, easy, visible on whenever you share with someone, they can know what the fuck you're thinking of. You're not gonna be too, too OCD about it, but just keep it clean and classy. All right. So I have these areas here for possible targets here. If we decide to break down 144 flat, let me just go ahead and type this in. If and only if. So if and only if statements, right? Always. We break below 144 flat. Sells down to 143,700, 140, and finally 143 flat. But along the way, you have your quarter point, so you could say that we can break below 143,700 to continue to 143,500 or 142,200. I mean 143,200. Yeah, cool. Cool. So something like that. It's a little big. So that's kind of the statement you have to put on your head, that only, well, if and only if we break below 144 flat, sells down to 143,700, 143,500. You'll have your multiple TPs always set just in case, and finally you have this support area at 142,200, which is between here to here. All right. You can tell that that's a very magnetic area on this case. We failed to break 142,200. We continue. We finally broke above that area. Then we retested it. It's a magnet. It attracts the retests a lot, and possibly if we do continue down to get a final night, a nice correction on this bullish trend, definitely I can see price heading down here. But we need confirmations first. See, overall, if you guys want to see something based on the 4 hour, it's basically these reversals that happen overnight during London Open. So if you see your 1 a.m. candle and your 5 a.m. candle and you see a reversal happening, most likely that New York will have a continuation. For example, here and here you see 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. candle. Then again, after that, New York happened and we have a nice continuation up, right? So reversal, boom, nice spike up during London hours, and finally New York is just a continuation. So you have your 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. candle here. So from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. you have your 4 hours, and basically that's your New York Open time, where price decides to push up. The ways for you to find an entry on this situation is for you to wait for candles to close. In this case, it was based on a fundamental new, I believe it was the rates. So at this point, what you would do is set up a buy stop, which worked out perfectly fine. I think Greg Hill called it, yeah, on the 4th. God damn, my back is killing me. Jesus. This fucking pain is just going from my back down to my shoulder, man. So yeah. So then again, it's pretty cool just to know that that during London hours we might have a reversal, which tends to happen quite often. Gives you a better insight of what's gonna happen next, which is New York. And like I said, we might have a continuation of 80% of the time, I'd say. Just try to spot that reversal happening during London hours. So at 3 a.m. that the 4 hour candle is gonna flip from bearish to bullish, or from bullish to bearish, depending on the prior 4-hour candle, right? Geez. So yeah. What else? Moves that have happened lately. Yesterday, well, today in the morning during London hours open, we had a pretty nice push to the downside here, pullback. We had a nice break below 144.500. We retested it. Oh, almost retested it, and then we just melted. Couple, I believe it was 40 pips maybe, from 144.400 down to here. Yeah, 40 pips. Cool. Pretty much cool, yeah. And during New York, not that much happened. Did not trade New York. But we have your usual pullback during New York Open, and after that, very messy area on the 30-minute. So what can we do now? Since we don't have that much to work with, is basically just wait. Wait. What are we gonna do in the meantime? Just spot your current resistance and support area, your supply and demand zones, whatever you want to call it. In this case, we have resistance right here, and your support on the 30-minute down here per se. It's just ranging. This is just a range. Nothing to be looking for buys or sells at the moment. And now let's see what can happen if we decide to wait for a break above this area and look for buys. What do we see on the left? A lot of traffic. And what do we see down below here? Again, a lot of messy areas. So safer buys, I'd say, will be above this area here, 144.600, and safer sells down below 144, 400, 300, right around here, 350. So let me just type this in. See, because this range here, now this range, this range here, it's a lot cleaner in my eyes, well, in anyone's eyes, than this range here, right? This is messy. Now this is a lot cleaner. Not as clean, but cleaner. It's a lot of wicking up and down, wick. Here you have a lot of bodies. The bodies hit the floor, right? So boom. Not bueno. So I'd say safer buys in this case will be right above this area. And your safer sells. Yeah. Oh, cool. And this will be your no trade zone. Range. Range, no trade zone. Let me go get some water real quick. Oh, let's see who we have in here. Burner is in here. Coffee Trade FX. Yeah, I need some coffee, man. Mack Attack, did you really say you want trolls in your stream? Huh? No, man, I don't want no fucking trolls in my stream. The fuck? My stream is for everyone. I'll be right back, guys. Let me go grab some water. DJ should test 145 again. Okay, hopefully. Other than that, I don't see anything that's gonna be a catalyst so far for. This is Bailey speaking. No, Rick's price balance for GJ to continue up this week. But yeah, it can happen. We had a pretty decent pullback during London today. Yeah, nothing much, whatever just happened. Nothing much, to be honest. So let's just go based on technicals for now. I'll be right back. Werner, you can take over.
I'm just getting in the zone right now.
This man's like,
I'm actually just looking at AU to see if this little resistance is going to be respected or not.
yeah, we're gonna start including AU in here too. So so at least it's gonna take kill me 20 minutes. Why not? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. In the meantime, go ahead and like, subscribe, share with your auntie and them. I believe I'm doing a great job here just by analyzing fucking GJ and gold when there is not that much volume in the market. But if you have any charts you want to send in, go ahead and send them. I have a video on how to send charts. It's down below my bio, down below. Go ahead and check it out. I'm currently wearing a Breakout the Label hoodie. It's pretty comfy. Sponsored by Breakout the Label, baby. Let me go get some Cuban coffee. It's just water for now. Give me 1 second, guys. Be right back. Whoops. Welcome back. Anyway, I think that was a breakdown for GJ. If anyone has any opinions, please send them via a chart, or just go ahead and tell me on the chat. Go ahead and read it.
Hey, Mack.
Yes, sir. What's up, dog?
Yeah, I've just sent you a chat on GJ. I plan for London.
Yeah. All right, there's a chart coming from Salim. Just delete everything here. Boom, boom, boom. And let's use the annotation tool just to annotate. Okay.
That's not the one, no.
So you're using your fibs as Confluence. So I'm gonna need you to explain that to me how it works. Maybe I could use it.
No, that's not my chart.
Oh, that's not yours. So you open the
No,
wrong
no.
one. Yeah, I was about to say you don't use fibs.
No, I don't use them.
Gene Pockets. Oh my bad, Gino. Yo, can you send that shit again, bro? Cause I can see it for some reason. Fuck.
Yeah, it's on the way.
I stopped the sharing. My bad. Yeah. Okay. So you guys can see better. Good. good. Now you can send the whole link, right? Making my life harder here, man.
Okay, well, one second.
I'm talking with you. Bro. Man, fucking Apple keyboards are so delicate. Okay. Man, you have a little ass screen, bro. Boing, bring that ass here. Well, maybe too big. See, that size is good. Okay, cool. Assistance on February 20th. Runners full TP if you decide to go into a buy. Okay, clean traffic, 25 pip range. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's clean traffic. We're looking at this, right? Yeah, if you kind of look more to the left, you can see that there was a lot of noise on that area. This is your 1 hour. So a lot of noise in 30 minutes. Let me see that 1 hour. Yeah, man, it's just noisy. I would definitely wait for a break here. You have that massive wick to target. This one here, good eye. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Looking at it on the 30 minutes, I would not target that, but you know, if you saw it and you spot it on the 1 hour and you're looking for better entries based on the risk to reward, and you see, you know, that it makes sense based, you know, you're basing the trade on your risk to reward, I'm guessing. You're kind of taking the chance here. But you would wait for a volume opening, correct? And
Yep.
of course,
Yep.
volatility in that instrument, which is GJ. So sales closed below 144,600. Right, right. Then you know that before, after you get that break from 144,600, you have that 144,500 area to kind of wrestle with. Wrestle. Man, I love when I use these terms. They're funny. Wrestle. Yeah, it makes sense. You know, you have both setups. You're not looking for anything else. Of course, you can only buy for buys or sells. When do you exact, or when are you like planning per se, or kind of like guessing when is the trade gonna happen, or when is it gonna get triggered? Do you have buy stops or sell stops, or do you know if it's maybe you're anticipating it to happen pre-London?
Yeah, like I'm
3 hours.
I'm waiting for like a pre-London, because usually during the Asian session we have a lot of ranges, so it'll be like a nice setup on.
Right.
On
You know what I
like
noticed?
pre-London.
I noticed yesterday during the Asian session that we had a nice setup, right? So we had some consolidation here, but at that moment you can spot perfectly fine that there was a support here on the 30-minute and a resistance, right? So
Yep.
what happened? Pre-London came. You know, you have your 4 a.m. Your 12 a.m. candle failed to break. Most likely it's just retesting again inside that range to continue down, right? So what happened? That's what happened. Basically, we had a nice little break below that area, and then boom, a retest to then continue down, right? Dope. So in my case, what I did is that I just waited. It was already 1 a.m. That's when I entered the trade. I knew there was 2 hours left for London Open. Worst case scenario is that I'm getting taken out. Positions going to break even. Bad luck. I'll probably re-enter again if London opens with a nice push to the downside, which it did. So my entry was around here, 144, 460, 470, some shit like that. And my stops were just at 10 pips. We had that pretty nice retest, almost to 0.500, but it didn't get quite there. Right at below 144,500. This is why I'm saying, just be careful about that area, because you might have to wrestle with, not literally, but we know what I'm saying. So you have that. Other than after that nice retest or pullback, whatever you want to call it, we had a pretty decent drop to 144 flat. So it was a 40 pip drop from pre-London hours. So you might get the same setup here, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike, if you go on the 4 hour, just real quick, I just want to show you something.
Show me something. What's up?
Is that a 4 hour, no?
Yeah, that was a 1 hour. Oh, you said 4. Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So what I'm aiming for is that GJ.
I think so. You know, it says GBP JPY.
That's weird.
Is that you might be looking at your
Oh,
chart based on
yeah. So sorry. Yeah. I've got it. Yeah. So if we have like a 4 hour candle closing below 144,400, then I'd say there will be a possible wick fill to the downside, you know, to fill the daily wick. So if you go on the daily candle, if you look on the daily candle, can you see what I mean?
Yeah,
If we have a close on the 4 hour candle below 144,400, I'd say sales would be much better. Then obviously we respected the highs. So we still respected the high of the previous candle, daily candle, yesterday. And if that makes sense.
Respecting the high what daily starts right now. Normally, right? On most brokers, it starts today. Like, I mean, right now, on this time during night Asian, right 4 hour candle as well. So this is the opening of the daily candle, right?
Yeah.
And you're expecting that if we respect the highs, which is at 144,600, we're gonna definitely continue down. Yes, it makes sense. We have a lot of room to uncover here based on that nice wick we had. Probably, I don't think it was a liquidity grab. It's just a drop and a reversal. You know, pretty much lower highs and lower lows created on the 4 hour. So it's a 30-minute. See something like that. That would be your lower high. This will be your lower low. Continuing down, your next target, it's gonna be a lower high to then finally get that final drop to create the last lower low. If we're going based on that, right?
Yeah.
Which tends to happen quite often on GJ. So this will be your high here, your lower low, and your lower high, and then finally get a break low here and finally make that final lower low, right?
Yep.
Yeah, something like that, you know. Or we could get a final break here, retest that area, continue up, retest again here, and then finally drop, you know. It looks a lot cleaner if you're looking for bigger moves, looking for a final break from here. Retest up, continue down, right? It's a pretty good correction move. But we have this support to that's supporting. After that, you have a nice clean break below that area. You can retest these zones. Might wick down here and retest again. Support, which will be now turned into resistance, and finally continue down toward that 143 target. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I don't know why my chat on YouTube goes away. That's why I can't answer sometimes right on the spot. Give me 1 second here. So if you have any charts sent, just how to send them. Just send the last code into it. What I'll do is just copy it and paste it. Well, yeah, Salim, I agree with you. I rather wait on the daily if we keep respecting that high created, that wick from the previous daily candle. I believe we're gonna head down, which is 144, 600, right?
144,400. Yeah, because if you look on the 4 hour on the left, on the left traffic, we've got these around the 44,400, we've had like rejections, you know, to continue down. So that's why I'm preferring to see a close below the 144,400, because then obviously we're closing below the wicks on the left, and obviously that'll be a good continuation to the downside to retest at the low.
These rejections here, right?
Yeah, in that, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Thank you, Mack.
Yeah, no, not a problem. Makes a lot of sense. What's going on in the chat? What's popping, familia? What's popping down? So that's like your long term, right? Statement down below here. If and only if we could get a break below 144 flat, the sales down to 139. Blah blah blah. But other than that, you know, short term sells or buys are being applied in this area here, right on your 30-minute chart. Charming. So far you're just ranging. This is a 12 pip range. So you know, shit, you definitely don't want to be get caught in this. Just wait. I don't want to get caught in no stupid shit. I don't want to be that person. So far it's just ranging here. Give me 1 second. Oh, nobody's sending charts. Like, what the heck, bro? Like, if you had somebody checking charts for you and letting you know their output and feedback, bro, send a fucking chart, man. I'm not gonna roast anyone, bro. Like, jeez.
Let them know it's free, bro.
You don't know what? What's up, Louis? Talk
Let them know it's free, man.
Oh, they don't know it's free? No, it's free, man. Oh,
Let
what
them know.
the heck? It's free, dude.
Oh no, I only want to share it if I'm paying for it, bro.
Oh man, I gotta pay you for it? Nah, I can't pay you for that. I'm not paying for charts. The heck? I'm gonna make an OnlyFans account and it's gonna be just charts.
Only charts.
Right, but nice ass booty pic for a profile pic. But then when you get in, it's just charts. Anyway, guys, you know I do this shit for free. I don't mind checking charts. So it's kind of fun. I'm not gonna roast anyone. You know, it's part of being a trader, guy, right? A retail trader. You share charts. It's simple as that. If you have a mentor, the only way for the mentor to know how you're doing, you know, psychologically, or how you're doing on your charts well, basically what you're doing. If you're a swing trader, a position trader, a fucking scalper, whatever the fuck, you know, you need to know how to read a chart, and you need to know how to send a chart. You need to know how to make a chart. Well, how are you able to express, you know, your idea? It's basically based on a chart. That's it. Simple as that. You know, you can have multiple indicators, whatever the heck you want, and still at the end of the day, you have to write down what, or you know, basically just kind of predict what's gonna happen next, right? Fuck, maybe delete all this shit. So basically, that's what I was thinking on gold. You know, if you look back, let's just go back here. Buys that this is actually from London. It didn't play out. So we're still, you know, we're still stuck in this range. So I believe this applies to it. You know, safer buys at the close of 1842. So right above this area. So if you see here, I had this analysis that didn't play out as good. We looked like we were gonna break up of 1848, which we didn't. Created another resistance right at this point. Tapped it. We continued down. We retested the previous support at 1837, which it broke. We tapped that other support at 1832. As you see, these are like $5 increments, and basically what $5 increment means that it's a 50 pip range, so you know, pretty decent. And from here we, you know, gold decides to create a minor little tiny ass support, which it's holding. After we break that, you know, we can get a nice in your next retest to 1831 if we're heading down, which overall on the daily as well as the 4-hour, it looks like we are on a bearish downtrend. Bearish trend. If we're going down, it's bearish. So anyway, let's just go ahead and delete that. This stays in here. The waiting for a break below 1837 for sales for possible wick fill down to 1831, which is a 40 pip move. It counts, you know. So I just want to go ahead and check AUD USD. We're gonna do a fresh analysis from the daily down to the 4-hour, down to 30-minute, to see where possible entries could have played or are possibly playing out as we speak. You know, AUD USD tends to move through a nation. Bro, if you're saying buy GJ or buy gold, send a fucking chart with it, man. Come on, Iron Man. Stop fucking saying buy this or sell that, bro. I hate when people do that. Also, let's go to AUD USD. Let's go from the daily down to the 4-hour. So what do we see here on the daily? We see still a bullish trend, right? Down from March, so it's the Corona drop, up to today's date. All right, so that's simple, very easy to identify. So let me go ahead and delete all of these lines that were previously used at some point, probably for discussion or analysis. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna draw a new line, see how it's playing out. It's gonna be a little thinner. Please remove the lines and start fresh. Bro, that's what I'm doing right now. Man, you want me to spoon feed you too, man? Alright, so on the daily, what do we have here? We have a bullish trend, easy to identify. What do we have here? Your current support and resistance. So let's say that our current support is at this area here, and our current resistance is at this area here, right? Agree? Agree to disagree? Okay, cool. So that's your current range in daily as to look for buys or sells and where to position your entry. Okay. All right. So now we're going on to the 4-hour. See what's going on. So on the 4-hour, what I tend to look for is rejection zones on a basic range, or I try to go ahead, you know, at least a month or so back and identify previous lows and possible targets if we do break above our current zone. AUD USD has a lot of history, so it's good, you know, because you have these targets already played out from way before. And here, let's say that this is a support zone, can be retested if we get a clean break out of our daily support. what I'm gonna go ahead and do here. A lot of people do this. They draw. They basically just text out daily support, since you can't see it on the 4-hour daily support, right? And based on our chart and how many days we want to have in here to analyze and possibly to look for possible setups, trying to go ahead and see if we can get a month in, which is more than a month, you know, from December 17th down to up to today's date. 4-hour, perfect. Now the 4-hour resistance, it kind of aligns with the daily resistance, so let's just go ahead and keep it like that. What I'm gonna do is just adjust this a little bit, so make it tighter, and draw a rejection zone. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my voice. Rejection zone from these two rejection candles here. Boom, wicks. All right, cool, easy. All right, so far we've identified our support and resistance zones on the 4-hour, and let's look for some rejection down below here. So nothing much. What we could do is let's draw from here to here for possible rejection zones on the 4-hour, right? It's not on the daily support, it's on the 4-hour, so we're gonna call this 4-hour support. Cool. All right. So very easy, simple chart stuff. Right now on the 4-hour is just a rangy zone. Clean breaks above this area. We have 1, 2 different targets. Clean breaks below this area here. We have 1, 2 clean targets, right? We have 1 here, 1 here. Okay. So now possibly looking to the left, we're gonna identify its possible targets. If we continue to push up, going on to the daily, looking to the left, what do we see? It's a lot of fucking data here, man. Jeez. A lot of history. Okay, so our current price is down here. These are previous target lines, and our current new target lines will be something like this, right at the top of that zone, that resistance. Boom, 1, then another one here, and another one here. Okay, this is a rejection zone, so let's just try to be mindful of that. Go ahead and go to the current price. So this is where your lines come in handy. Okay. All right, so now that you have your target set up for possible outbreak to the upside and your target set up to the downside, the only thing you have to do is just go down here and look to the left, and that's it, right? Oh, we got a chart. Okay, so somebody sent a chart. Lewis X, cool, man. Shoosh. Okay, that's funny. Oh man, if I could just ban you. Anyway, just basically that's how you set up a chart, right? On AUD USD, so far we're not having that much of a movement going on, but the best entry you could have taken at this point, if it was for us to wait, or for whoever trades it, just to wait for that support to get hit at 0.75800, and your buys would have been at the break of this current 30-minute area, right, at 0.7600. AUD/USD is very easy to map out. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's just like, if you're a new trader and you see AUD/USD, it's kind of hard for, where to begin, where to look for, what to look for. But price action is very simple. It tells you, like, whenever there is a strong support set, when there is a breakout, most of the time on the 1 hour you get a nice clean break and retest, meaning that you're gonna have one candle breaking out of the zone, the area, the range, and then another one pulling back in, and then the next one will be completely out of it and create new highs or whatnot. Hit the next target on the bullish trend you're in. But so far, nothing much going on AUD/USD, to be honest. Asian again, not that much volatility. We still market just open right now. We're 1 minute in. Looking into it, I don't see much of it. Let's go back onto gold. I'm more interested in gold than any other perforation, to be honest, because I've seen gold do a nice 50-60 pip move during the Asian time. Alright, so let's just wait and see if we get a nice clean break below this area of support. If not, it's fine. I can see gold moving during London hours. Man, why doesn't it save, bro? Like, sheesh. I hate this. GJ looks like buys. Yes, it does look like buys, right? But remember, guys, it's Asian, so 8 a.m., 8 p.m. could look very nice, very good, perfect, and then boom, 8:30 comes, you get taken out quick, bang. Moves 10 pips on your favor, and then out the blue, just those 10 pips are gone. Fuck it, whatever, it didn't save. Well, what am I gonna do? I don't know why it does that. Like, my trading view is just annoying, man. Shit. You're drawing shit and then it just doesn't save. But anyway, whatever. Yeah. Just a bunch of lines here that I just have to delete again. Just staying right above this area, we can see that if and only if we get a break above this area and we don't keep rejecting it, we can have that nice that's my cat, that nice pull to push the upside and get your 30 pips in. 30 pips would be right at that wick. But then again, guys, you have that consolidation zone around here, just you gotta be mindful of. And final target for the night for Asian will be that wick. Yeah, it doesn't look too appetizing. First chart, Lauren J, dope, man, sending a chart. See what this guy told me to shush. Wow, it's purple. Is that purple? Yeah, it's purple. Dope. Hey Mac, I've only been trading for 3 months. Why am I doing this in a girl's voice? Anyway, hey Mac, I've only been trading for 3 months. Looking forward to see where I'm at the end of this year. Awesome. Thanks for the lives. Dope. Yeah, you're welcome. They have been really helpful. Awesome. I like to hear that. Buys above 144, 600, 670. Yes, it makes sense. Sells on the 140. I think you copied the same chart that I have in here. I'm just playing with you. But yeah, if that's what you have in mind, great minds great minds think alike, and your buys will definitely work out if you wait until 144,600 to get that clean break above that area, and if not, then your sells for safer sells right below 143,900 or 144 flat. But yes, I like it. How do you like tell when there's more bearish candles than bullish candles in this case? Because it's kind of hard for me to see the differentiate. Because one, I'm guessing the bearish candles are like more purple than purple, and the bullish candles are purple, not purple. They're one purple. But yeah, you're doing a pretty good job, Jade. Lauren. So my bad, Bernard. I don't have that much on AUD USD. It doesn't look like much is going on anyway.
What are you saying, man? My bad. I was distracted. What you say about
No,
AU?
never mind. I would say I just don't have much on AUD USD.
Oh, you checking out wifey, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I seen y'all breaking it down earlier.
Yeah, no, I'm not checking your wife. I'm checking.
AU slow for most people, man.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't know what to like break down here. I just see a lot of consolidation in the 30-minute. I know that's a lot of time wasted. Not wasted, but you know.
Yes, you said it right the first time.
A lot of time wasted. Now you're sitting there for 30 minutes like this.
30 minutes? You mean like 3 hours?
3 hours. Yeah. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jeez. Buys should work right now. Lampshade Logan. No lampshade Logan. Buys are very. Just be very careful of taking buys right now. You want to have a break above this area, 144,500 preferably, right? Don't get jumping in buys right now. It does not make any sense. Unless you're talking about gold. Let's check gold. No. Gold looks like it's dropping, and we might have that nice break to the downside. So it looks pretty decent, not gonna lie, you know?
And you tapped me in that drop? Yeah, it did.
And where the heck is my phone, bro? Anyway. Just try to look at gold closely. If we get that break below that minor support that I have drawn here, it's perfectly good for a nice pullback down to 1832. Easily. Oosh. Yeah, on DJ, just be careful. You want to have a clean break above that area. Just wait for that, at least 30 minutes in. You might have one 15-minute candle closing above it, then the next one pulling back in, grabbing some liquidity to then continue up. But just I've seen it a lot on GJ that you get that breakout. It moves 9 pips in, not even 10 pips, and then boom, goes back in the range. Don't get mad. I sent this 3 times, Daniel. I've only seen it once. Danny. All right, so what do we have here? Danny boy. NZD New Zealand Kiwi against Japanese yen. Okay, so what do we have here? Would that be considered clean traffic? Based on the 30-minute, no, I would not consider that clean traffic, Danny. Buys above that area makes sense, but then again, that's not clean traffic. You know, it doesn't look like clean traffic because you have highs and lows created, right? And then you finally have a fail to break, and then your retest to the downside. Jesus, right? And now what can happen is that you're gonna have the same thing happen. You get a nice clean break above here, a highs created, new highs created, lows and highs, and then boom, I failed to break, and then continue down. So just be mindful of that, of that area here, to just, you know, just control the trade, just be on top of it. It's not that much based on what I'm seeing here. It's NJ, it moves by, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pip range, right? From here to here, so about 50 pips. It's decent. I'll close partials at, you know, my normal 10 pips, right? As it's approaching that support created here. So I really don't know how NZD JPY moves. I think it doesn't move as much. It kind of moves like AJ. But you have, you know, it's just consolidation on that area, right? Other than that, if you get a break below this area, you have your no trade zone, which is perfectly fine. Your no trade area here, this is clean traffic. That right there will be clean traffic. Now this, I wouldn't consider that clean traffic. It depends on the session too. Let's see, what hours are these? So this is from, yeah, no, I would just not take a trade if I'm not gonna manage it, right? If I'm gonna manage it and be on top of it, yes, I'll take a trade right above that break that you have mentioned here, 75.725. I felt like I was underwater there for a minute. Okay. Oh, it looks like we're dropping here. Nice. So cleaner sales will be at the break of here. What I'll do is just wait until we get a clean break below that area, probably in the next 15 minutes or 5 minutes and so, and get that that continuation down to that wick here. So it'll be something like this, right below this area. My stops usually are what, 20 pips on gold, so somewhere around here, and my reward will be right at that wick. You know, it's a 1-to-1 trade. Not that good when it comes to your risk to reward. What you should definitely wait is just for that break below that area, and then wait for the next candle to retest that zone and then continue down. But I think it should play out between the hours of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. You have until 9:30 actually, just to if you're, you know, basing it on volume pretty much. So hopefully it breaks below that area and continue down. So be safe and just wait for a break below that area, and then your continuation down will be the retest candle, and then your next breakout candle, right? Or you could also do it, set up sell stops. In this case, now that we have a wick to the downside, it'd be smarter to set up a sell stop right below that wick, right? Knowing that it's gonna continue down and finally head below that area, and hit below that area, and get that wick fill to the 1832 area, 1831. But usually on gold we have nasty pullbacks like we're having right now, and let's look on the 5 minutes, see how that 5 minute closed. Oh, this is the 15, not too good. Yeah, that 5 minute looks fucking deadly, to be honest. See how many pips it moved. Probably just grabbing liquidity to then continue down. It's 14 pips. Yeesh. Looking into the 1 minute. Yeah, it looks deadly, not gonna lie. You wanna wait for a retest right above this area and continuation down based on rejection. See, GJ buys working out really nice. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you have a nice breakout here on GJ. That 15-minute candle already broke above that area, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, hardly. Yeah, just be safe. It's not that big of a movement. It's 6-7 pips. Like I said before, I've seen it breaking up and then just heading down right into the breakout area, the correction zone. But other than that, I'm looking into gold, seeing if we manage to break below this zone here, just to be more specific, or close below this area and have some sort of rejection candle on the 5 minute. This one here, which is about to close in 2 minutes. See how it closes. If it closes below that area, then that's good. If it closes above that area, then it's not that good. Now that you see gold piercing right through that zone, and hopefully on the next continuation we can have a clean break below that area. If we don't, then it's just basically back to the range. Yeah, not so good. Yeah, not so good. Anyway, I'll just be right back, guys. Let me go to the bathroom. In the meantime, there's a undisclosed ad that I'm gonna go ahead and shove it into your eyes. No, I'm playing. Just gonna go ahead and leave the chart on. See, it's really bad. Yeah, I'll talk. Jesus back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. My phone. Got it. Alright, so what's going on with gold? Oh, nasty. Pull back all the way, bad. Sucks. Yeah, so that's basically what happens on gold. Let's see, GJ. GJ is basically the same thing. I'll wait for this 30 minutes to close, to be honest, if we want to get into a trade, but I just don't see the volume in, right? Right? Maybe because I have that in my head already that I'll get into buys right at the clean break of 144,600. Ask Mack, what does it mean? What does what mean? Oh, for me and gold, not sure when it will go both bullish and bearish. Strong candle. It's so long as it stays above February. Yes, correct. Highs, of course. I've been encountering a lot of fake outs lately. So I wasn't sure if it was my break and retest confirms correctly, or maybe my SL was too tight. On what pair? New normal. El Verga Larga. Oh my god, that's a funny ass name. Oh yeah, new normal. I don't know, man. Send the chart, bro. See. El Verga Larga. What does that mean? It means a PhD. As a beginner, where would you go to about starting to learn the Forex? Currency trading. Go on to babypips.com. You know, we also have streams from Monday through Friday on Wicks Don't Lie. This is his channel from 6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. So he streams from Monday through Fridays. I stream from Tuesdays to Thursdays. When I start doing Wednesdays soon, hopefully we get a nice chilling audience. No dickheads in it. And also we have a Capital Hungry for London and Monty, trading with Monty for London as well. So let me just break it down like this. This is the squad, right? The lineup. Wicks Don't Lie. Normal. So your your New York session. Then you have trading with Monty, which is your London session. It's more based on more on technical analysis than fundamentals. Because for fundamentals we have Capital Hungry, but these are both really incredible streams, people that I look up after. Capital Hungry, which is Jeevan, does London as well, but he's more inclined for fundamental data and lower time frame scalps. And then we have ZFX, also part of the gang. He trades he only trades break and retest, and he trades different sessions too. Well, it says the London session only, but I've seen him trade on New York as well. ZFX, yeah, bro, this guy only trades, he only does break and retest on the 1 hour, no 30-minute, no 4 hour, nothing like that, just in the 1 hour. And those trades are so fucking lit, meaning that they're just correct. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys something. See, GBP CAD 1 hour, and he trades different pairs. See on EJ how this pair, this trade came to fruition.
Waiting. This is just a daily read.
So it goes into the daily, see the daily retest, EJ on the 1 hour, break and retest, highs created, pretty nice. So wait for retest. That will be his confirmation.
Yeah, I'm entering half here.
Underneath that support area, let me go ahead and draw.
You entered and
so you have that support area now, right? That was previously
like
a resistance.
magic fingers.
123,
I enter half
147.
here, and I'm gonna
right
enter if it comes. So the thing is, we're just 2 pips away, so I'm not gonna be
break and retest. You have on the 1 hour, you have a break out of this consolidation zone or a minor order block.
At 136.
2 engulfing candles, and that nice break, right? That resistance that he drew here could be from the 4 hour, it could be from previous daily zones. I'm not really 100% sure. I didn't see that trade happening, but you can basically say that if we break above that area, then the next candle grab, heads down to grab more liquidity. Probably, retest that that rejection zone here, and a little bit, underneath that support,
breakout too.
and then continuing up. Now, for this trade to be 100% valid all the time, and you're managing it, you have to be in it for 1 hour, waiting for this 1 hour candle to head all the way down here. But if you start seeing that it's breaking below that 1 hour, previous 1 hour bullish candle in this case, then that trade will be invalid.
How much we can get?
Could I mute the video? Oh yeah, sure, my bad. I'm just breaking down how that trade worked out on 1 hour break and retest. It works pretty much, I'd say 90% of the time. The only thing about break and retest on the 1 hour is that you have to wait for setups, and those setups don't happen on a daily basis. That's why he trades multiple pairs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Any other person that streams sucks. No cap. That's my opinion. I don't think anyone else that streams it's good. Oh, and we have Eleanor, which she streams as well. Eleanor, she's part of the family's QWERTL ELF. She streams a lot. She streams from London to New York, and basically it's the same way how we all stream. She does her little different thing based on Singapore, I think. What else? I love tea. You love tea. Yeah, I love. What about Paul? Paul. I don't know. Paul's not streaming, so I don't know. Daniel Savage. Stop bringing people's name in here, man. Talk about me, bro. Somebody said go to post stream if you want to learn. Yeah, nobody else wanna just send the chart. That's what we're here for. Send the chart. So basically, let's see, kind of like the 1 hour break on retest, how it can work on GJ. Not so much. In this case, this is basically how that break and retest would have worked, right? And in this case, the trade got taken out. As I explained to you guys before, the main reason how that trade would work out is that it stays above that at 1 hour and doesn't go below it. So in this case, this is how a break and retest works on the 1 hour, and this is on GBP JPY. So you have your zone drawn out here, right? Oops. Anticipating volume from the session open, right? And we see that GJ is pumping, which is good. The break and retest was on this candle here. This would have been your breakthrough candle, breakout candle, and then you have your retest candle. This is your break and retest, and then this right here would have been your retest candle. The reason why this trade was not valid and I would have closed is because of this candle here, this one wick per se on the 1 hour decided to go underneath below that previous 1 hour candle. So on that moment, I'll just nullify the trade and call it a loss. But if you see your risk to reward, it will be amazing. I say that you start grabbing your entry as soon as it's retesting right underneath the support or resistance line you have drawn, and this is how the trade would have moved, right? Something like this, 10 pips. Maybe if you had 10 pips, but in this case, as soon as I see this wick going underneath the body of the previous one, I would just close the trade automatically. But basically, simple, very simple. Your target is right around here. This is your breakout candle, boom. Your retest candle, and your entry would have been right below that resistance. Well, previously support, now turned into resistance, and now turned into support if we have a candle closing above it. So boom, that's how the liquidity was grabbed, and the candle decides to close right above it. If say you stay in the trade and you're hoping that that break and retest is going to pull through somehow, and you stay in it because your stop loss is at 10 pips, it didn't go below 10 pips. Right here, the second confirmation would have been that candle closing right above that support you have drawn here, which is 144, 470, 480. Better confirmation would have been a break above 144, 500 on smaller time frames, like maybe on the 30-minute. See one candle closing right above it, like this one. That's confirmation for me to stay in the trade. Yeah, even a 50-minute close right above 144, 500. So yeah, it's not so hard to spot a break and retest. The hardest part is just to stay in it and look for that entry. Entry, it's mostly based on rejection, but if it decides to go underneath that previous bullish candle, if you're looking for longs, then I would nullify the trade. I wouldn't try to get in again. I'll just take my loss and walk home. But yeah, looking onto the smaller time frames, what you see here is just a nasty pullback, and on the 15, it looks like a rangy area. On the 1 hour, doesn't look like a rangy area, but it looks like there's some problem for price to break above or below. So in this case, our trend is bullish and we're looking for buys, and we see a breakout candle like this one with barely any wick to the downside. Well, there's no wick to the downside here, maybe on my MetaTrader, but not here. And you're waiting for the next one, anticipating that you will get some volume during the session open, which is 8 p.m. our time. Then next candle, your 7 p.m. candle. See how it closes. It didn't close well so good, but you had a retest and you had a continuation up. Per se, you had gotten in just you were expecting the retest to work out and not hit your stop loss, or not break the lows of the previous candle. It will play out as a perfect trade, to be honest. You will grab it right on you will enter right at the at the liquidity grab of that candle. And the moment you enter, you're gonna manage is a rejection. If you start seeing rejection to the downside, and then it's good. If you're not seeing any rejection and you see your position going into less and less, more and more drawdown, then that's when you cut either your positions into half if you decide to stay and get hit for your 10 pips or 15 pips or whatever your stop loss is. If not, in my case, I would just completely close everything as I'm seeing the 15, maybe the 30-minute heading below that 1 hour breakout candle. It's a way too deep of a liquidity grab. And for what? You're targeting only 10 pips. You have a lot of traffic to the left. It's really not worth it. Not worth the headache for me. What do you want, bro? Big ass. Those MT4, MT5 works on Mack. Yeah, it works on Mack. The only thing you need to have is a parallels running or a Windows system, basically. But you need to have Windows. You need to have Windows. I know there's a couple of brokerages that offer MetaTrader for Mac. It comes built in with something, but it's not a nice dog. Motherfucker's a nice dog. Good analysis there, Richie. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, just forget what was I saying. Mac, what country you originally from? I was born in Cuba, and I lived in Cuba, then moved to Guatemala, and then from Guatemala, I had Colombia. I moved to Miami, and then from Miami, I moved to New York. Yeah, start at Baby Pips. Baby Pips is the best way to start. If you check Baby Pips, basically it's just like a big ass tutorial, right? So you're trading, bang, bang, bang. You're trading currencies, crypto, whatever. At the end of the day, you're gonna go into a chart. So what Baby Pips kind of does for you is that it helps you set up it tells you how to set up a broker, how to know what leverage is. And a lot of simple things, I wish I had somebody tell me go to fucking Baby Pips instead of wasting money on signals. Yeah, man, go to Baby Pips, bro. So I'm guessing you got here. I honestly didn't use it. I don't know how it works. But I know a lot of people just say go to Baby Pips, so that's what I'm saying now. Go to Baby Pips. Technical analysis, bam. Click here, Bitcoin and altcoins analysis. Chart art. Let's see this. UJ and EG actually. EG 1 hour. Okay, so it's just one big ass fucking. Not much telling me here, but you know, not much selling here either, but so I'm guessing there's a section or forum here that tells you where, how to start or where to start and whatnot. So these are like beginner charts, I don't even know if this is up to date. Oh yeah, it is February. So I'm guessing it's like some people just send charts in here just to see, to get some feedback, kind of the same shit that I'm doing here, but I'm doing it live. Trade ideas. Oh, no wonder. Okay, trade ideas. So if you log into TradingView, the first shit that you see on TradingView is a bunch of trade ideas, and this is coming from retail traders, nothing on a professional level. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But on Baby Pips, it's basically a bunch of newbies just sharing charts, and that's dope, EU uptrend to resume. Yeah, why not? Man, show me what you got. Bang, bang. So EU on the daily right here, you have consolidation, perfectly fine. You have your pips, your fips, and boom, double bottom out here on the daily, which is strong support if it's been held, which it is. Bam, bam, bam. Next correction level is at 1.2404. Perfectly fine. That's a high created, and you expect daily to continue pushing above that here. Oversold conditions, reversal ahead, question mark, question mark. You don't know. Cool. So RSI and MACD. Okay, cool. Shastic. I forgot how you pronounce it. Stochastic. So yeah, it's basically a mix of RSI and MACD. Like MACD and RSI had a baby. Stochastic came out. Stochastic. Free education. Yeah, and it's free, man. It's the same shit that I'm doing in here, and it's on a fucking website. Well, how easier can it get? Did you enter GJ? No, man, I did not enter. I did not feel comfortable with that position, knowing that we're getting close to 9 p.m. already, and we've moved only 6 pips. But I called it, moved nice, and not gonna argue. Safer buys will be above that area. If not, what you should do is just hold that trade. If you have any runners and you close your 9 pips or 10 pips, whatever, and hold that runner. Hopefully hoping that it's gonna break above 144,600 and retest that previous high created on Monday. Well, not even Monday, last week. Thoughts on EA? EAs. What thoughts? I don't have any thoughts on EAs. I don't think EAs are 100% reliable. EAs are usually when you refer to EAs as basically bots. I don't really like them. It's just an algorithm. Most of them, they go based off a martingale strategy, which is stacking up strategy. So you have, say that the person who designs the algo designs it, knows that we're on a bullish trend on gold per se. What he will do for that algo is that he will set up buy stops. Once the buy stops get hit, he will automatically set up the algo so it sets up the next buy limit and so on. Once the buy limit gets hit, automatically you get into another buy position. You close your trade based on those little ranges, and you have automatically set up your stop loss based on market criteria, knowing that you get 10-20 pip pullback on gold per se. You're gonna set up your stop loss to maybe 25-30 pips and have your take profit to something that's achievable, like 10 pips, 5 pips, and so on, and so on. Just keep stacking. It's martingale. And that's basically how an algo works. It's a bunch of stacks of buy limits or buy stops, and automatically, if it gets hit on your stop loss, then you have a buy limit. But yeah, that's how it is. And of course, you have to manually take care of it. It's not something that you just activate and it's gonna do all the work for you. as long as you manage the algo and you know what the fuck it's doing, you know, you have to adjust it based on the volatility of the market and whatever pair you're trading. Kind of like a race car. You have to adjust it. And you oil it, change the tires. What else? If not, everyone will be a fucking millionaire, bro. You know how easy it is to make an algo? I don't know how to make it. I know you can code it through MQL. Probably use C or C++. And it's easy, you know. Buy gold. Buy gold. I wouldn't be so... Well, gold looks nasty now. Wow. And I was looking for sales, just to be honest. See how gold is? Gold is a bitch, bro. Look at this. Wow. Previous 4 hour had no wick to the upside, though. So what are we seeing here? Let's just zoom in a little on gold. See what's going on with quad. Now we're just getting a lot of rejection to that zone that we have here on 1837. So I'm gonna just make sure that next time I see that zone, I'm gonna make sure that it's gonna be taken in consideration. That's a strong zone, and we're having problems and trouble to break through it. But right now, as we're grabbing liquidity and continuing up, it looks pretty decent for buys if we decide to continue up. But let's say that if you're looking for buys right above that area, you know, you have your nice clean break here on the 5 minute. Most likely the next 5 minutes is going to pull back, grab liquidity to then continue up, as it usually does. But if you get in it, you know, wait for that retest, and say you get right around here, somewhere around here, your stops are right below that support zone, maybe 25 pips. Then you have your possible targets at that area here, which is a lot of noise, there's a lot of consolidation going on. And your next target, which will be right up here. That's 85 pips. Yeah, decent, you know. Looking onto the higher time frame, see what we see here. Yeah, I had explained to you guys before that on gold, we need a nice break above that area to continue up. Can I have the same similar scenario here? Let me look it up again. Somewhere on here, right? You have your drop, you have your nice support formed, and boom, break. Take this off. Your break. Yeah, it looks like it's pumping, bro. Nice. Your break above that area, and your continuation up, and then boom, a massive drop again. Had to stop it with the booms, boom, booms. But yeah, man, that's cool, pretty much. Hopefully we'll get that nice retest. So we'll set up maybe a buy limit around that area. That could actually work out. I shouldn't even be trading that, but if it looks reasonable and it looks dope, why not? How would I play this? I will definitely wait for a 15, maybe 5-minute candle just to break right above it like it did with this one. And how would I wait? I'll wait to see how this one forms. If we have some liquidity to the downside and we start seeing some rejection on the smaller time frames like the 1 minute, then I'll, it would definitely be something that I'll be interested in to take a buy. We just have to stay above this area here. So what we can do, what's most likely going to happen is that we're going to just struggle around here, break down a little less, and right here it's the zone that we have to look after, right between this and this. So whatever happens in here, it's going to tell us. It's going to fucking tell us. But yeah, just be aware of that if you're looking for a buy or sell. Be looking for buys rather than sells. If, of course, you have the nice market structure, you have a break and a retest to the downside. If not, it's just iffy and it's just gonna take off and whatever. You missed it. You missed it. Not much going on. See how GJ is moving? Oh wow, nice. So GJ has moved 11 pips. Wow, dope, neat. It's really good. First time I've seen GJ moving. So yeah, it played out good, guys. I'm glad to see that. See how 9 p.m. hits, and secure your profits. If you have your 10 pips and you hit them, go ahead and try to secure at least 80% of that, or whatever you feel you feel comfortable with. I usually secured 70% at 10 pips on GJ, or 80% depending on the session, leaving the rest runners. Even though they're not that big of a deal, they can sometimes do some damage and get you that extra $20 you need for gas. But yeah, anyone asking, Baby Pips is the website to go if you're a beginner, noob, to just kind of like read about it and see what's going on. Yeah, nothing else, to be honest. I don't really, I wouldn't be looking for anything else after 9 p.m. GJ played out, which is nice. See, gold is moving. It looks like it's moving good. Not that much of a retest above that area. I mean, below that area, but it worked. You're looking for buys, would be the best time to enter right now. Try to have your stops right below this zone here. You have a nice little target here, about 29 pips. It's good. But as 9 p.m. comes and I get older by night and my eyes start closing because I'm tired, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a perfect and successful night of Mack and fam macking it to the charts. I'm gonna go ahead and say bye, guys. Thank you for showing up again. Somebody sent me this. I don't know. But if you have any questions or whatever, don't hesitate and hit me up on Instagram or whatever. Send me an email, send me a YouTube DM. It doesn't matter. I'll be more than happy to answer to your questions and concerns. But if it's something about a relationship or whatnot, don't hit me up. I'm just here for the charts. Hit the fucking like button, fam. Hit it. I know some of you salty asses are gonna be in here fucking hitting that dislike button, but you know what? Fuck you. And I'm out, guys. Be safe. Have a safe golden night when it comes to trading. If you're gonna trade, don't overtrade. And see you guys tomorrow early morning if I'm gonna show up to the New York session, which Rakio will be streaming starting tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Tonight there's not that much going on. There was a nice trade called on GJ, which moved 10 nice little 10 pips. And right now gold is actually moving up, and we had the confirmation to get into buys with the that 30-minute break above that area. It's 9:01. It's only 1 minute into the hour. Just be safe when you're getting into any trades. And so far, so good. I just want to go ahead and thank you. Bye, guys. Hasta la vista. Bye, Lauren. Gold is moving nice. Yes, gold is moving nice. El Verga. Well, oh, the sell buy limit right there. Well, anyway, see you guys.